UN experts are saying that the files related to that guy suggest acts that may amount to crimes against humanity. Independent experts appointed by Human Rights Council speak of the grave nature regarding scale of atrocities against women and girls. The report, this is in The Guardian that came from Reuters, talk about the fact that millions of files related to that guy suggest the existence of a global criminal enterprise that carried out acts meeting the legal threshold of crimes against humanity. This is a panel of independent experts that was appointed by the United Nations Human Rights Council. This also comes after people like Pam Bondi said that there was nothing else to see and there was nothing worth charging anybody over. Doesn't appear to be the case, as most of us suspected. The experts said crimes outlined in the documents released by the U.S. Justice Department were committed against a backdrop of supremacist beliefs, racism, corruption, and extreme misogyny. The crimes, they said, showed a commodification and dehumanization of women and girls. So grave is the scale, nature, systemic nature, and national reach of these atrocities against women and girls that a number of them may reasonably meet the legal threshold of crimes against humanity. They said that the allegations contained in the files require an independent, thorough, and impartial investigation, and said inquiries should also be launched into how it was possible for such crimes to be committed for so long. When asked for a comment, the U.S. Justice Department did not immediately respond. A law, as you know, required all of the documents to be released and made public. There are still approximately 3 million that are sitting out there that have not been made public. The UN experts also raised concerns about serious compliance failures and botched redactions that exposed sensitive victim information. This was 3 times that sensitive victim information was exposed during 3 different drops of these files, while rich and powerful people, the names of them, were redacted. This gets into, we had a discussion with Mr. Fadali, who's a lawyer for Epstein survivors, where it is my assumption at this point that the DOJ was dropping this information to deliberately target survivors. They have been receiving death threats. They've been receiving insults. They are fearing for their lives, and they're still out there talking about what happened. But I do think the DOJ, in my opinion, may have deliberately tried to target these women with these botched redactions. More than 1,200 victims have been identified in the documents that have been released so far. The experts went on to finally say the reluctance to fully disclose information or broaden investigations has left many survivors feeling re-traumatized and subjected to what they describe as institutional gaslighting. This is an independent group that was appointed by the UN. As you know, the current United States government has an issue with the UN as far as they were one of 2 countries that said that human rights activists should not be protected in war zones. This relates to the G side. And what was it? Food was not a human right. Again, them and the I country were the only 2 that voted against that. So, yeah. As accountability continues to uptick in the UK, now in France, we're seeing some business leaders here in the United States start to step down. Stepping down is not enough. We need more. But yeah, this is becoming a global issue where the only people who aren't saying that there are people that should be charged and it should be investigated are the people behind it, the people who did it and the people who are covering it up for them. And that's mainly in the United States right now. Okay, thanks.